Hi there, it's Jodi, and I am here today to tell you about my April card club. So this card club I'm calling Seashells because there's several different seashell names to the products we're using. So I'm just calling it Seashells. So it is featuring this stamp set here, Friends Are Like Seashells. It's 23 photopolymer stamps. There's just a ton here. So you can see these are like two-step stamps. So you can stamp this and then the inside for all of these like this. And then you've got some other larger images, a nice little speckle for a background. But then you've got several greetings here too. So it's a very nice set that you'll be able to use not just for beach type things, but you can create different backgrounds and use these greetings for a variety of occasions. So this is the stamp set, Friends Are Like Seashells. This is from the annual catalog, and you need to know that this is retiring. So this is available while supplies last. It coordinates with the Seaside Seashell, that's hard to say, Seaside Seashell dies. And what's cool about these, you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 individual dies, but then you've got this big piece, and you'll see this and how to use it on the card that I'm going to show you, but it's this one giant piece that's a die. And so that coordinates with the Friends Are Like Seashells stamp set. These dies are also retiring. And then finally, this awesome embossing folder, and you might notice if I set that on here just like this, and again, you'll see it in a sample, but this actually has the die coordinating with the embossing folder. So that is super unique and very cool. All three of these items, the dies, the embossing folder, and the stamp set, are retiring and are available while supplies last. And that's why, even though you have until the 17th of April to sign up for my card club, I would highly encourage you to sign up as soon as possible and get your order placed so that you don't miss out on these products. They're pretty essential to doing the cards, at least to have them resemble what I'm going to show you. So these are all from the annual catalog, all retiring and available while supplies last. You're going to get in your package from me some of the By the Bay designer paper. It's 6 by 6, and I just want to flip through and show you. Do you see how it's like pearlescent on some of those? Just some really fun patterns and details on these. Some gold foil as well as that pearl highlight on some of the sheets. And you'll see colors like Balmy Blue, Mint Macaron, Night of Navy. There's some petal pink on some of them. And then, of course, you see that gold. They're just so cool. You can see how it's kind of iridescent there. This one is fun. So you're going to get 24 sheets of this paper. All the different patterns that I'm showing you, you're going to get one of each of these in your package from me. So there's all that paper. You're also going to get some linen thread. I used a lot of linen thread on these cards. You're going to get some of this variegated ribbon that's got balmy blue and white. And then the pearls, the flat pearls here. And you can see how they're iridescent as well. So that's going to be your package from me. And then you're going to get supplies to make 2 of each of the cards that I show you. What else was it? Oh, the other supplies that you'll need are Night of Navy and Crumb Cake ink. So you'll want to, if you don't, these are pretty common colors that more than likely you already have. But if you're newer to Stampin' Up, Night of Navy and Crumb Cake are ink pads you'll want to have. And then, of course, these 3, the stamps, the die, and the embossing folder. So that's what you'll need to make sure that you order to complete these cards as shown. So let me pull these in. And where did I just put that designer paper? Oh, right here next to me. I wanted to point out a couple of things with the cards and the designer paper. Let me just flip through and find the ones that I need to show you. That one and this one. That might have been... Yeah, I think that's all I needed to do. Okay, so for example, this is your first card here. You'll notice the little pearl on there. With this background, I think you could see there's a pretty significant difference. All I did is sponge some crumb cake ink on the background here just to kind of tone it down a little bit. I wanted this piece to be the focal point, and I felt like when I had this on there at first, it was just too white, too different. And so I just sponged crumb cake on that designer paper just to tone it down a little bit. But then what I really want you to notice is this. I took this piece of designer paper and cut it down to get that background. So fun, so easy. I added a little bit of vellum and then some crumb cake cardstock. And then this is some Pearlescent Specialty Paper. Oh, you do get a little bit of that in your package from me as well. So you'll see this, you'll see it better on a different card, how it reflects the light. So some twine on there, some linen thread. That is your first card. And again, you get supplies to make 2 of each of the cards I'm showing you. Then there is this one. And I'm just turning it in the light so you see all of the details. This layer is embossed. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of different pattern designer paper. Each of them have that glossy iridescent look. I think the light is picking it up really well so that you can see it. But it just adds so much texture and just detail to this card. And what I wanted to show you is I used this die. So I used just this top corner with this Night of Navy designer paper to get that detail there. So you don't have to use the entire piece, this entire die cut. You can just pick and choose what you want. So I just kind of cut that part off to create that detail on there. A little bit of that variegated ribbon on this one, and of course a pearl and some linen thread. Now this is going to show you a couple of things. This is this entire die cut out. I sponged a little bit of crumb cake on the raised portions. This is that pearlescent paper. Not sure how well the light will pick it up, but it's really cool in person. Added a little bit of the ribbon, the linen thread, some of the pearls, and that's all set on a piece of the designer paper. It's this one actually that I set that right on top of. And then finally, there is this one. You just see it reflecting so much. It's so pretty. And then you'll get these pieces die cut for you with that little, oh, I don't remember what that set of dies is called. But you can see just the little like crackle, almost torn edge look on those pieces. And some pearls and some ribbon and some linen thread. So just a quick recap. You get supplies in your package, in your Card Club package, to make 2 of each of these cards. So you get supplies to make 8 cards total, 2 of each of the 4. 8 cards total. You're going to get the linen thread. You're going to get some of the variegated ribbon. You're going to get the pearls. You're going to get 24 sheets of this gorgeous designer paper. And then just some other little pieces that you need to complete the cards. What you need to do is place your order for crumb cake and Night of Navy ink, and then these 3 products: the stamp set, the dies, and the embossing folder. Like I said, you have until April 17th, but these are all retiring and available while supplies last, and I don't want you to miss out. So I would order as soon as possible. The other thing you need to be aware of is that starting tomorrow, Tuesday, April 4th, we are putting out our last chance list. So any items that are retiring, that are marked down, some of the items are up to 60% off in both the annual catalog and the mini catalog. You can combine that all in one order. So my Card Club for these supplies that I've shown here is $35. You place your order for these items to complete the cards as shown, but then you can add any of those last chance discounted products to your order as well. Do it all together. So that will be published tomorrow morning. I'll share the list with you today so you can get your shopping list ready. Order tomorrow as soon as possible so you don't miss out. There'll be details here and a link for easy shopping. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.